right, guys, today I am with John, who's put a lot of work into his LS swap for his Blazer. And tomorrow's a big day because we actually drop the motor into the vehicle itself. Now, John has the basics of the motor built, but a lot of it is in its mock-up stages. And since the last time that you saw it, there's been a lot of changes. John, what have we changed since the last time you saw it?
One, we put this 92 millimeter throttle body in. So we got rid of the fly-by wire and fly-by cable now. So it's all cabled. We got this LS3 Corvette Camaro intake in it. So it's a lot lower to the ground. We did put the ICT adapters because this has the castle style head, and this LS has the square port head. So a little bit of a difference on that. Right now we're still kind of working on a few other issues. For starters, we got the ICT AC compressor adapters for the power steering AC, as well as the alternator. So we use all the original factory Blazer setup, and then we're going to end up replacing some of the coil adapters to make it a little bit cleaner and more functional. We're going to get ready to prime the motor. And this being not a distributorless ignition system, there's not a distributor on this. So everything is ran off the front crank. So that's the big difference, and there is a specific way that you're going to add oil to prime the system.
All right, so that's what we're going to do right now. Because the engine's on its stand, it's easier to go ahead and add oil and prime it while it's here, all right? So just to cover what we've done, we got the Corvette intake, that is new, right? We got the adapters for the Corvette intake, that's new. We got a brand new fly-by cable, 92 millimeter throttle body there, and it says 92 millimeter here, and on the throttle body, because we never know when people actually look inside the throttle body, right?
Yeah.
And right now there's a little hiccup with the water pump because of the lower position with the Corvette style intake, right?
Yeah.
And conveniently, that's a Corvette cam you put in there, so this is going to be more matched to the cam specifications. Wow, that's awesome, right?
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to show you the process of priming that, and I'm going to let John take over. I'm going to step behind the camera so we can get accurate filming, and we'll move from there. Hang on. All right, John, so how do you prime an LS motor?
Well, for starters, you got to take this bolt right out of the side. It's actually a number 8 hex. It comes out right here. So that's got to come out, number 8 Allen, hex, whatever you like to call it. Milling recommends doing it one of two ways. They have a big cylinder that actually forces it through the entire system. We're not going to do that today just because I know we're going to actually take the valve covers off and add oil into that specifically. So what milling recommends is doing this way. Funnel, 3/8 fuel line, vacuum line, whatever you'd like. And that goes in a little ways into that little port right there, just enough to allow the fluid to go in. Now today we're using the AMSOIL break-in. It's a straight 30 weight, high zinc, so it's made for break-in on this particular motor. So what we're going to do is we're going to add just a little bit to the top, and then we're just going to let it sit because it's going to take about 1/4 of a quart. So that is pretty much how you fill this, and we'll get it up to where it stays at a consistent level and let it sit overnight, and we're getting ready to fire up.
Oh, wow, so you just let it sit there, and then as it's slowly draining, it's priming the actual pump itself. Oh, yes. Cool. Well, that makes a lot of sense. It just takes a little bit of time, but you need to let it sit for a little while, and boom, there you go.
That's it.
So that, ladies and gentlemen, is...
That's it. We'll see you next episode.